Looks like we're just starting to rev up.
Yeah. So to everyone who is in the stream right now, hello everyone. I see Earthbound, Harris is awesome, Taste Breeze, Seabase Chase, what up? Hello everyone, welcome to the Battle Union final. Very exciting stuff. You guys all know we've got Leo versus Paul, 6 for Hack versus Paulie Mac. I am Shroom River. I am joined by Jade Hex.
All right, cool.
So yeah, I'll start tweeting out the final. Oh, actually, it's already been done, so I'll just retweet it. Very nice indeed.
I know my stuff.
You're all ready for it. Let me just put that into Discord. Nice. Right. So, as you can see, we have the challenge approaching. It is Paulie Mac versus Leo 6 foot Hacks. In the chat, let us know, who do you have to win this one? Who do you reckon is going to take it out of the two of them? Let us know. Let us know. Tell us your thoughts.
We have potential rosters from the Durham Druddigons being the Necrozma, the Infernic, the Shaman, the Landorus, the Tauros, the Mismagius, the Registeel, Pyukumuku, and Jolteon. And on the side of the West Coast Wingles, we have Jirachi, Sylveon, Scolipede, Hydreigon, Mesprit, Darmanitan, Golurk, Floatzel, and Roserade. So a lot of power on either side, a lot of potential threats on either side. One thing you might want to note on the side of the Wingles, lots of potential hazard stacking in contrast to the Druddigan's potential lack of hazard removal whatsoever. So it might be a very, very offensive match, to say the least.
I'd have thought so. These two teams have been pretty dominant, you know, going through. We had 7-1 for Paul, 6-2 for Leo in the in the main game. But here we go. It looks like the teams are being selected. Oh no, hang on. What's happening here?
Just about ready here. Almost.
Yeah, we're nearly there.
Fantastic.
Looks like we are. There we go. Here are the matchups, guys. We've got some interesting stuff on both sides. On Leo's team, Pyukumuku, Infernape, Registeel, Tauros, Jolteon, and Lando T. And then on Paul's team, we've got Scolipede, Floatzel, Darmanitan, Hydreigon, Sylveon, and Jirachi. That's some really interesting stuff. Paul's got that Floatzel, which I believe was his viewer pick, which he's used very well this season. Same thing with Leo and Pyukumuku. So those two viewer pick water types coming in. Very interesting stuff. What do you guys think of these matchups?
What are your chances? What are the chances that Scolipede is going to be packing all the hazards this week or this finals?
It would be tempting. You know, Paul's used it offensively very well. But I think he might want to get some hazards up. You never know. Sly saying Paul's team is actually ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it's very ridiculous. These are our top two drafts right here.
Those are ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous teams. But here we go. The match
in the finals.
Is underway, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. So, Paul is sending out the challenge. Who's he going to send out first? Let's have a quick look.
There's our Scolipede.
That's the Scoly. Okay.
Lead.
Doesn't tell us too much about it. Could be hazard stack, could be early setup. We don't know. Here's the Infernape, though. Really great counter lead there by
break the sash.
Yeah, great counter lead by Leo. He's certainly got the matchup here. Infernape been one of his big players this season, but he's going to switch straight on out of there and go into Tauros. Going to get the Intimidate. That's pretty nice. And there's the Protect.
Protecting for that fake out, potentially. We do have a Scolipede being faster now. I think it always was faster with 110v112.
So what's Paul going to do here? He's a plus one speed. He's going to go for the T-Spikes. There it is.
And no Garbodor, no removal. Those are staying up for sure. Body Slam. Doesn't want to risk the miss with the Rock Climb, and that's not going to 2-hit KO.
But the fact that he's got the Body Slam, he has shown Intimidate, so he possibly is looking for that para.
I forgot about that. He's not sheer force.
Yep, more T-spikes up.
The second, he's gonna go for full toxic. He might get a full. Oh, there goes the Zen headbutt. This might kill. It doesn't because he is very bulky.
Yep, that's looking to be. It might be that both of these are pretty bulky. You know, an intimidate, paralyzing Tauros versus this hazard stacking Scolipede.
I'd expect the spikes first round this time too, just before he goes down.
It could well be.
Got full toxic for that Necrozma. That Necrozma did come, yes? Pyukumuku.
No, there is no Necrozma.
There is no Necrozma, but Pyukumuku will get poisoned at the very least. Registeel is the only one, I think, and the Lando who will dodge that poison.
So that is interesting. Sorry, go on.
Who didn't Leo bring? I think
he didn't bring Necrozma, Shaman, or Miss Magus. So we've got the 2 layers of toxic spikes up. I don't know necessarily if that was Paul's best play, you know, because we've just gone through all the mons on Leo's team, and whether sort of double layer of toxic spikes is going to be more beneficial than maybe getting damage. Here come the spikes. Yeah, it's full hazard stack as we suspected.
Yep. The only one that full toxic spike really affects is that Pyukumuku, as opposed to just the standard just hazard.
Unless Paul's got something tricksy in mind.
Like a Venom Shock from the Rose Raid, maybe? Something like that.
Down goes...
No, there is no Rose Raid. There is no Rose Raid to come.
So down goes Scolipede. 6-5 up is Leo. Now we're going to have to see who Paul is going to go into to counteract this Tauros and try and get some damage on it. What have we got going on here? Yep, stacking them hazards.
Oh, here comes the Darmanitan. Always a fun... Probably not rocking that belly drum this week, but it is packing a lot of power. It doesn't naturally outspeed without a Scarf, but it might be a bulky Tauros with that Intimidate, so he might actually outspeed if he isn't Scarfed.
He may well do. I mean, switch-ins to Dom are few and far between anyway. Leo's team doesn't particularly enjoy those big, powerful Flare Blitzes. Yeah, really, the only thing...
Pyukumuku is basically... Pyukumuku and like maybe fully Fizz Def Lando might be the only switch-ins.
Yeah, but I mean, damage on either of those things for Paul is going to be really nice.
Yeah.
And I mean, you never know. Maybe we're going to see that Zen mode Dom this week. You never know. It's the Protect on Tauros.
Scouting if he is Scarfed. He's going to go for that
U-turn.
So
going to go for U-turn, expecting to switch out, I guess, possibly into, like you said, the Pyukumuku or the Lando. So
nice
now,
momentum on that Tauros, because now the Tauros gets a free body slam off.
Yeah, that was well played by Leo. Well played indeed. U-turn still doing a nice little chunklet. A nice little chunklet of damage done there.
He might go into the Golurk. Did he bring the Golurk? He didn't bring the Rose Raid. He didn't bring the Mesprit, I think. And
he didn't bring Mesprit, Rose Raid, or Golurk.
Okay.
There's Sylveon.
Here comes the body slam. Yes, we do have that body slam.
How much is this going to do?
And it does get the para.
He's going to get the para and do... Oh, that looks to be about sort of... maybe just under a quarter. Something like that. So, I don't think we saw leftovers on Sylveon
at the very least. I don't think...
No, I don't think so. I think he's brought a very bulky set, which is interesting. Very interesting indeed.
Could be like max HP, max speed, Intimidate. That was a viable set in Gen 4.
Yeah, you never know. And, you know, both of these two have shown themselves to be fairly tricksy builders in the past. Like, they'll bring slightly outside the box sets. So, you know, not necessarily something to be surprised about if one of those slightly stranger sets does make an appearance. But both guys looking to take their time here for a little bit. Just sort of relax themselves into it. So here we go. Tauros going to withdraw.
Switch out. Our first casualty from the hazards. It's going to be the Registeel. He's not going to take poison, but going to take that 12% from the spikes. Or is it 6%?
Oh, and there's the para. The full para on Sylveon.
Oh, this could be an Iron Head scenario. Paul definitely doesn't want to stay in right here.
If that was a prediction on Paul's part and he'd gone for, like, I don't know, if he had Hidden Power Fire, then I can imagine he'd be getting quite annoyed at this point. But Bruno, the Registeel, would have taken a Hyper Voice pretty well, you'd have thought.
Yeah, for sure.
So now, yeah, all the pressure really on Paul quite early on, despite him getting those hazards up.
Yeah, he basically gave up the tempo to get those hazards up. We'll have to see if it pays off.
Oh, interesting.
Stays in on the para, and another full para. Unfortunate.
Again. That's desperately unfortunate. desperately unfortunate for Paul. He's not going to be happy.
Yellow magic prevailing, useful as usual, even though the nerf in Gen 7 is just a very good move. Very good status.
Yeah, oh, there it is. There's the Iron Head.
It's gonna be lucky if he does break out of this. And he
Oh,
does.
he pass this. Okay. He's going to pass out of there, and what's he going to go into? Possibly the Dom here. Yeah, there it is. There's the Dom. So what are we going to see here?
Yeah. Could be Aka bait, maybe. Oh no, we've seen leftovers.
There's leftovers. Now we're going to find out what Leo's main switch into the Dom is.
I'd see Pyukumuku for sure.
You'd have thought so, but we haven't really seen how much damage that Tauros can take. If that is indeed a bulky Tauros.
It depends on how bulky it would be. I think it can live 1 with the Intimidate. It's definitely not a real switch-in from my perspective.
Oh, he's running Protect on this as well.
Yeah, lots of Protects to scout out the Darm.
There's the Blitz.
So Paul has another decision to make. Either go for the Blitz again into the most likely Pyukumuku or Tauros switch-in. I guess Tauros isn't really a switch-in, but he doesn't really have anything to fear. He could just hard switch out into whatever he has to play the game, but that fears he could just go for a ballsy Thunderwave again just for the sake of it and sack off his Registeel, hoping he switches out.
Yeah. I mean, Registeel's done a very nice job already of weakening down that Sylveon. But here we go. He's going to withdraw here. Going into
the Lando.
That looks like the Lando. It's going to be the Lando.
It's going to be Rocky Helmet, probably.
Getting the Intimidate.
There's the Flare Blitz. Simple Darm set.
do?
Basically confirmed he's choiced in some way. Ooh, that looks Scarf, yes. I don't think that's... yeah, it's just going to be leftovers.
So, now what's Paul going to do here?
Doesn't do it, he's threatened out. His switching is...
difficult to say, really.
Potentially Hydreigon, but that's about it.
Yeah. Now, I think Leo could try and get himself a lot of momentum here if he wants to try and pack that U-turn. You never know. I mean, it's looking like...
He could also just get up rocks, too.
He could. He very well could. Oh, he's going to stay in, though, Paul. Go for the Flare Blitz.
I think he's predicting U-turn or rocks here.
Yep, I think so, too.
And there
it is. There it is. That's a really nice play by Paul. He could have lost himself a fair amount of momentum there. But
and now he gives Leo the choice to sack his Lando now that it's got its rocks up, or just go into Pyukumuku. Or you just get that second Intimidate off. A -2 Darm could probably deal with that Tauros, or could probably fail to 2-8 KO that Tauros, indeed.
Yeah.
If he does switch in.
I would have thought. So, both players really focusing on the importance of the hazards over the hazard setters, kind of.
Neither team has brought their hazard removal or even has the hazard removal on their active roster. So,
yeah, that's very true. So, as we suspected, it's looking... I think the pace will probably pick up a little bit from now on. You know, hazards are up. There's no way of removing them. And Paul certainly has shown he's not afraid to stay in and just attack whatever is in front of him.
Yeah, because he's affectionately gaining an advantage whenever he forces Leo to switch just because of the extra poison damage, that extra spikes damage.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. But they're both, again, taking their time. Here we go. He's going to switch out the Lando.
And there goes the Pyukumuku. I recognize the nickname. This is the Pyukumuku. It's going to get the toxic poison. Very important on that Pyukumuku, indeed.
There's the spikes. How much will this Flare Blitz do?
It is going to be a -1 Flare Blitz. Not that much. Didn't look to be an offensive item, but that is a decent amount of damage.
That does a fairly heavy chunk.
Pyukumuku only has that base 50 HP for sure.
Yeah. Dom really putting in a good showing here for Paul. This is probably just what he wants for it. Just punch holes early on. And
he could basically kill this Pyukumuku this turn if he really wanted to. Pyukumuku could, of course, have counter or just recover up. But if he doesn't recover up, he probably will die to the Toxic, and then innards out, if he does have it, will get wasted.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That was really, really good from Paul. It's very important that he's managed to get this thing Toxic, because you say that innards out on Square Up potentially could be a game changer.
Yeah, very much stacking up that recoil damage on the Darm is of high priority, I guess.
Absolutely. So
that's usually how you stop it. You wait for it to kill itself.
Yeah, often with Darm, it is its own worst enemy. But again, both guys really taking their time here. Here goes the switch from Paul. He's switching out into high Riz. That's the Floatzel. That's the Floatzel.
We have reached viewer pick. And
there's the baton pass. Well played by Leo there. Floatzel is a threat.
Does he outspeed anything with? Oh yeah, he does have the Jolteon.
There's the Jolteon. There's the Jolteon. That's a really nice play by Leo. He's got himself back with some great initiative there. He's got the momentum well back in his favour. And I don't think
Floatzel lives anything even with the Wakan Berry. It is a Floatzel, unless you Scarf Floatzel just to get a nice Hydro Pump off. But
yeah, you never know. But the thing is, no Golurk on the team. That means that he doesn't have an electric immunity, Paul. In comes Vicky. That's going to be
to sack it off, get that tempo momentum, that tempo advantage as he kills with that Volt Switch, most likely. Yes, he does.
And there it is. A little bit unfortunate. We're not going to see the Sylveon versus Infinite matchup, which would have actually seen Vicky Guerrero versus Eddie Guerrero, which would have been entertaining for the wrestling fans among us. But that's a nice play there by
Paul. He gets that
and Paul to get himself the momentum.
Leo to get the Jolteon in, Paul to take advantage as much as he can for that loss of momentum. Just try to equalize as much as he can.
Yeah, absolutely. So, both guys with a decision to make here. Well, mostly Leo with a decision to make. Who is he going to bring in right about now? He could just go back to his lead option. But a lot of what he's got left is at pretty good health. In comes Bruno. That's going to be
a red steal. You'd expect Darm to come back in.
You would, but unfortunately, of course, Darm has taken a good amount of recall damage. Those rocks are up on Paul's side of the field, and what looks to be his potential Wish Passer has gone down, although I suspect that Sylveon might have been a little bit more offensive.
Yeah, considering how he took the presumably defensive Taurus's body slam not very well.
Yeah, it is going to be the Darm, though. It's going to be the Darm.
Looks like he might kill himself with the Flare Blitz if he does get it off. Nobody really wants to switch into it. Landorus, I think, is the only one that can take one. Same with Tauros, they can take one. Oh no, Landorus is low. He's just going to protect the Scout. Probably the Flare Blitz. Yeah.
It is going to be the Flare Blitz, yeah.
Pyukumuku probably won't live one after these spikes. I don't think he's in range to innards out the Darm back, but he might be after the spikes, but I think Pyukumuku will die to Toxic and not the Flare Blitz, so the innards out, if he does have it, won't be fruition. It very well might be. I haven't looked at the numbers, but it's definitely looking to be a potential issue. So,
yeah. But Paul needs to do something drastic here. We're 15 minutes in, just about 6-4 down. He is on the ropes after what looked to be a very, very pressurizing start, but the switch is going to come here. Registeel is out. In comes Lantonio.
Just going to sack off the Lando.
That was a good play as well, because he can get the Intimidate on it as well and then go into a threat. Here's the Flare Blitz. That is going to be the end of Lando. That's going to be the first KO for Paul of this game. Down it goes. A nice little pick up of the kill.
5-4. Unfortunate.
Yeah. But Darm is really, really hindered at this point. It's quite low on health. I don't think it can switch in again. Square up.
It's gonna be close, but he's probably just gonna go for the Flare Blitz. Pyukumuku could just recover, of course. But Flare Blitz might still KO. He took that -2 Flare Blitz not very well, to say the least. Oh, he is just gonna withdraw. That indicates that he probably can live one rock switch in. He wouldn't have withdrawn it otherwise.
Yeah.
He's gonna bring.
There's Hydreigon though.
Here's the recover.
He's gonna recover.
That's why Pyukumuku is such an annoying Pokemon. He doesn't have any attacking moves, but pretty hard to kill.
Yeah,
He could have
absolutely.
the Gigavolt Havoc on this Hydreigon coming off a Charge Beam, but we won't
Yeah.
know for sure.
Of course, Hydreigon immune to that potential Mirror Coat, which I think Pyukumuku gets.
Yes, Pyukumuku's only offensive move their counter in Mirror Coat.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Pyukumuku can't actually. I don't think he can actually do any damage to the Hydreigon at this point.
He can Baton Pass out, hoping he goes for Draco, and that's about it. Or just keep spamming Recover, but he's toxic, so that's not gonna bring him too much advantage.
Here we go.
He's
gonna be Dark Pulse. How much
he
is
might
gonna
Baton
do?
Pass into. Oh, red card.
Oh, red card. Oh, that's interesting.
It's gonna be a random bring in. It's gonna be the
Jirachi.
Jirachi. Looks like Paul's gonna get his rocks out, unless the Pyukumuku is gonna get the Baton Pass. There we go. Baton Pass, red card. This is gonna be straight into the Infernape, right?
You'd have thought so. This is great strategy. Good building by Leo.
That
really
is a really cool set. Red card. Red card Baton Pass.
And he gets
automatically
fantastic momentum. Advantage. Yeah, fantastic momentum. In comes Guerrero, the Infernape, and now, yeah, Paul's on the ropes a little bit here. But look at that damage that it's taken just by switching in, getting Toxic Poison, taking those hazards as well. He's going to go for Flare Blitz.
He could either use this opportunity to get the Psychic off, or potentially just get rocks up as well. He is going to live that Flare Blitz, of course. That's going to take a lot
damage on Guerrero.
And their Psychic. Infernape will go down.
Yep. So really nice there for Paul.
We're at good build right now, but Paul's team is battered and bruised.
Yeah, that's a big threat gone. But Rachi has taken a huge amount of damage just for having that trade-off. Depends whether Paul's okay with that, you know. Infernape, as we say, is a huge threat.
What does he bring in? He brings the Tauros, and that's the only thing. Tauros or Jolteon, probably. Jolteon seems pretty safe here.
Yeah, I'd have thought so. He can't be parried, of course, but he's already toxic. He couldn't be parried anyway. He'll resist a potential Iron Head, although this is looking like probably a more special build of Rachi. It could be mixed, you never know. Paul will run these kind of sets, but here comes the Jolteon, as you did suspect. What's he going to do here? No electric immunity on Paul's side, as we know. It depends.
I would expect the Jirachi to just be sacked off to not give Leo any Volt Switch momentum, but
yeah, as I say, it depends on how important to Paul this Jirachi is. We don't really know too much about its set yet, so we don't know if it could potentially heal itself or not.
It could be his contingency against the Registeel. We don't know for sure.
Yeah, Registeel's looking like it could be a bit of a problem at this point, depending on whether, like you say,
where that Darm hit goes, basically.
Yeah, very much so. But again, both players just taking their time a little bit here. Crucial moment of the game. With 20 minutes in, it's 4-all. Very close stuff. Very close stuff. Couple of big damaging hits onto Paul's side, and just that toxic pressure on Leo's side as well.
He's gonna protect, get that toxic damage up.
And Thunderbolt.
So the rolls locked in.
Yeah, that could be interesting. That's going to really help out Paul. He could take a big risk here. It would be a calculated risk if he wants to go into maybe the Hydreigon.
But then if he isn't locked in and goes for Signal Beam, that's going to hurt a lot.
Yeah, very much.
Hidden Power Fairy isn't a thing, but
if only it was. If only it was. But yeah. The pressure, I think, is really on Paul here. I think the onus is on him to try and make the right play, because that Thunderbolt is going to damage a lot.
Yeah, it depends on how much, basically. How it really does depend on whether or not this Jolteon is locked in here. If he is locked in, that's going to be very interesting for Leo. He could either just go for the Thunderbolt, hope Hydreigon doesn't come in, or just hard switch out into his presumable Hydreigon counter.
Well, we'll have to see if he has.
Floatzel's also interesting here. It's basically he's gonna go.
Cheeky.
He's gonna get the double off, get that 33% chance, and
the double protect. That was cheeky. That was very cheeky.
It's somewhat justified given the paralyses from earlier, but
Yeah. That was a very cheeky move by Paul.
That's gonna get a
risky
amount.
well.
So Leo actually will he'll die in 2 turns if he decides to stay in. He's gonna go for the triple, and he's gonna volt switch out, revealing he's not choiced in any way.
Okay.
Probably magnet or something like that would be my best guess.
No, he's Life Orb.
Oh, he's Life Orb.
I should have shown Life Orb.
Oh wait, yeah, he showed Life Orb with the volt switch damage. My bad, folks. I'm just kind of dumb. He should have showed Life Orb when he volt switched into whatever. Here comes the Registeel. He's probably gonna bait out the Darm hit, but
yeah, again, can the Darm take the rocks? Is the question.
I'd assume Paul wouldn't have switched it out if it couldn't. Especially considering how he's.
Survey says.
Survey
says
it can.
It can. It just lives. Just lives. Now.
So he's probably going to sack off the Pyukumuku or go for the Protect once. No harm in going for the Protect to see what he locks himself into.
Yeah.
Probably going to sack off the Pyukumuku because he cannot switch out. He's going to get a Flare Blitz off on something.
Yeah.
And when the Darm's down, the Registeel is going to be an issue.
It really is, and I think, that's what's forcing Paul's hand right now. He kind of just has to get damage on this thing. Registeel is just standing in the way of just a few things on Paul's team. Here, indeed, as you say, comes square up. That's going to be the Pyukumuku, who probably will die from this hit, if not...
Oh, yeah, for sure. The Toxic will for sure kill him if the Flare Blitz doesn't. It doesn't really matter if he has innards out or not, because the Darm is dead this turn anyway.
Well, with the will it live this Toxic?
Oh,
it lives on 1.
Isn't that adorable? The Pyukumuku will live on 1.
That's one of the things about that Toxic damage, the 2 layers of Toxic Spikes instead of 1. That first Toxic hit is not as powerful, but in comes Floatzel, which I think could be one of the biggest threats left on Paul's team. Just needed a few things to get in range, this being one of them.
Set up with the bulk up or something or whatever have you. There
we go. There it is. There's the bulk up.
As the Pyukumuku potentially dies, but that
and he gets a taunt off.
He gets that taunt off. He will die to the Toxic, but Jolteon's still a Pokemon. He's gonna be in Aqua Jet range for sure.
Yep.
After those Toxic turns. Ooh, this is gonna be an issue.
About. And this is why I think Paul needed damage on that Registeel. Because, Jolteon is probably in Aqua Jet range. Certainly at +1 it is after the spikes.
Is Registeel in low kick range?
I don't know, it's at full. And then the Tauros, of course.
It is the Registeel. Oh yeah, Tauros is also going to get an Intimidate off to that +0. But
this is getting very close.
It's going to be very interesting. The viewer pick showdown. Here comes the Tauros.
Yep, there's the Tauros.
Going to be very bulky. Probably can live one low kick at -1. Or at +0, of course.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is gonna be interesting. We're at a tense moment here. 3-2. Hydreigon and Floatzel versus Tauros, Registeel, and Jolteon.
Oh, this is very tense.
Dies. Jolteon is golden, but
a lot's going to come down to the Hydreigon set, I think, because I think Hydreigon is possibly a little more important for Paul than Floatzel is at the moment. I think he just needs to take advantage of Floatzel not being at -1.
Oh, here comes the Z fighting move. No, it's a Z ice move. That's going to be a Sub-Zero Slammer, I think.
From Ice Punch?
From Ice Punch, I would assume. Will this KO?
This is as good a time to use it as any for Paul. I don't think it will KO. But there it is. He's up on his big pillar of ice, and he shoots it out of his rear end. I don't think this will take it out.
It might.
Oh, not even close.
Physically defensive Tauros.
Here's the body slam. It can't para for Paul. It can't para. It doesn't para.
Okay, so he's not going to live that second hit after the Toxic.
Wouldn't have thought so. For Waterfalls incoming here.
So I expect he's going to get as much damage off as possible. Jolteon looks to be Leo's win condition here, potentially. We could see Tanga Berry from the Hydreigon to live any one hit from the Jolteon.
There goes
The Taurus is
Taurus.
going to go down. What did he kill him with?
Waterfall.
The Waterfall. So Aqua Jet kills Jolteon. He has to bring in the Registeel here. That's going to eat a low kick, especially at the +0.
Yeah.
Which means it comes down to whether or not this Hydreigon can 1v1 the Jolteon.
Yeah. Well, can 1v1 the red. Nah, maybe.
After the low kick damage, it probably can kill with a Fire Blast or Earth Power or something like that. Unless, he will get the leftovers recovery, but he probably won't live a Hydreigon hit after the low kick. So it should come down to whether or not the Hydreigon can 1v1 the Jolteon.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what it might come down to. Leo really taking his time with this play. It's a crucial moment. And he's got just under a minute, just nearly 3/4 of a minute to choose what he's going to go into. Here comes Bruno, as we suspect it is the Registeel.
You can either go for the Thunder Wave or just kill the Floatzel right here. Can he even kill the Floatzel? He's at +1 defense.
Yeah. That's a good point. Wave. Can he kill?
Oh, he's going to withdraw. If this is for a Thunder Wave, this is going to be an issue.
Clearly putting a lot of store on that Aqua Jet. There's the T-Wave. This could be bad. This
could be bad for Call. It'll all come down to Iron Head, which is, does he outspeed with the Gen 7 nerf to the Thunder Wave or to Paralysis?
Oh, this is very tense indeed.
So, he does.
He still outspeeds. He's gonna go for Flamethrower. That's big.
It's not much
damage. Yeah, it's not much damage.
But the Iron Head isn't going to outspeed, so it's going to take a while to kill, and it's going to be natural paralysis from the 25%.
Yep.
Is all he has to deal with it. Jolteon probably can't live in Aqua Jet at this range. He's going to stall out.
He just wants leftovers back, doesn't he?
Yep. He wants to live for as many turns as possible.
Yep.
He's going to keep going for those flamethrowers, hoping to not get paralyzed. Ooh. If you can get this into low kick range, I think Floatzel takes it.
Yeah. Floatzel could well do it. There's another Flamethrower.
There's a crit.
Is that a crit? It is a crit.
Definitely a crit.
And there's the Iron Head. I think he would prefer...
Ooh, can he live with 2 leftovers? Can he live with 2 leftovers?
Yeah. He might be able to.
Close.
I'd rather think that Paul would have hoped his Hydreigon would have gone down there, actually. Yep, there's a Protect.
Regardless, he's going to be in low kick range. I think Floatzel takes this, unless he has quick
depends
attack.
If he has low kick.
I'd assume he has low kick. He's revealed Waterfall, Ice Punch.
And Bulk Up, no.
And Bulk Up.
But he needs the Aqua Jet. I don't think he's got the low kick.
Oh.
I don't think he's got the low kick.
He might be in Waterfall range after this Flamethrower for sure.
Maybe. There's the Flamethrower.
He's definitely going to be in Waterfall range, so I don't think that's going to be an issue. He doesn't live it.
Go down though.
But I think Paul has it.
Yep, I think he does.
Paul has it.
Ironhead's taken out the Hydreigon, and if he has it, it's the Floatzel once again, which Paul has used so well, his viewer pick, and easily one of his MVPs. It's 2-on-1, but Floatzel, it all depends on whether Floatzel has Aqua Jet. It all depends on whether Floatzel has Aqua Jet.
It looks like he will have it.
I think so. He saved it for this exact reason.
It definitely depends. That crit Flamethrower definitely.
Yeah, that would
have mattered. Depends on what damage he can do with the Waterfall, with no item from a Floatzel to a Registeel. If it got him out of Waterfall range, that crit Flamethrower definitely would have mattered for sure.
Yep.
It is going to be a 1-0 from the looks of it.
I'd have thought so. He's desperately looking to get some enough health back on the Registeel, but given the way Registeel took that Flamethrower, it's looking like it's not physically defensive. So it's looking like it's been F1.
It all depends on how much damage a Floatzel can do. Oh, he's going to get the double off.
It's all about the steel types with double protects today. But is that going to be enough?
I don't think it is. Considering how well he took those Flamethrowers from the Hydreigon.
Yeah, I really don't think it's going to be enough.
Waterfall,
is he going to go for the triple protect?
He has to. That's his only choice. Potentially get into the Waterfall range.
Yeah.
Potentially get him set out of Waterfall range. That's all he can hope for. But
this is so close.
Very, very, very close.
He's going to go for the he's not going to get it. He's not going to get the triple protect.
Here comes the waterfall. This should kill. It is stabbed. There we go.
Yep,
The
down
will
it goes.
down. And with the Aqua Jet, that should be game. Very, very close game. All comes down to the viewer pick Floatzel.
Yep.
Taking 3 kills this game, from the looks of it.
I think so.
Viewer pick coming through with 3 kills.
Here we go. He has the Aqua
Jet.
There it is. That's it. A big moment with that crit.
And that is your Season 4 TBU Championships. Congratulations to Paul, our reigning champion for the Battle Union.
Yep, and of course, congratulations to Leo making it all the way to the final. A fantastic competitor throughout. But yes, congratulations to Paul. That viewer pick coming in clutch with the Floatzel. Yeah, a fantastic game. Really close stuff. The closest of 1-0 victories to Paul and the West Coast Wingulls, who are your TBU Season 4 champions.
Amazing game.
Absolutely. Whew. Well, looks like everyone in the chat is enjoying that one as well. Imagine quick attack Jolteon back.
That's all I could hope for.
Yeah, the crit was huge.
Yeah, that crit at the end. Well. I don't know how well Registeel took the waterfall, but it very well could.
No, I would have lived it. Unless he had flinched me, I would have lived, and then I would have thunder waved him, and then I think it would have come down if he got paralyzed.
It would have come down to, I guess, paralysis plus thunder wave hitting with the 90 accuracy.
Yeah. I also misplayed by just sacking off Ape. I should have U-turned. Oh well. It is what it is.
It was a very close game regardless.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Hope the fans enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was definitely a game worthy of the final. It would have been bad if it was just like a 6-0 sweep one way or the other, but yeah, that was a top game. Absolutely top game.
Fantastic.